Hello and welcome back to the Christine Minotti Bullwinkle Arena and Convocation Center here at the beautiful campus of Eureka College. I'm Thomas Harrison. Alongside me is Kyle Cashdollar, and we will be bringing you the back half of today's Eureka College and Webster University doubleheader. So we will see the men's sides face off in this contest. We will be back shortly after the anthem, where Kyle will once again bring you today's keys to the game. Hello and welcome back to the Christine Minotti Bullwinkle Arena and Convocation Center. As I'm Thomas Harrison, alongside me is Kyle Cashdollar, and we'll be bringing you the back half of this doubleheader as the men's squads get ready to take the floor as we get ready for the starting lineups to be announced. Kyle, while we're waiting, why don't you break down for us what the keys to the men's contest are?
Yeah, the offensive keys for me really go hand in hand. One is efficiency. Alex Wiegand is one of the most efficient shooters in the league, actually leading the conference with a 70.5 field goal percentage on 4.3 attempts per game. Efficiency is huge, especially in a game against a top team in the conference in Webster. And my second key is no forced shots. It seems like this team can get into a groove where they're just really forcing up everything that they touch. Really need to work on getting good shots, and that'll lead to efficiency.
All right, Kyle, very well said. Like you mentioned, one leads to the other. As this team can just find that extra pass, find the open man. You can't force up anything, especially like you mentioned against the top dog in the conference in the Webster Gorlocks. Webster comes into this contest with a record of 15-4 overall, standing at 11-1 in the SLIAC. For the Red Devils, they come in at 6-12 with a 5-7 record in the SLIAC. Kyle, something else to touch on from here on out, these games are all must-win games, as this team is looking to close out the season and find a spot in the conference tournament for the second consecutive season. As we get these starters here, Alex Wiegand gets announced. Kyle, like you mentioned, 70.5% field goal percentage. Alex Wiegand is a guy who sometimes can go overlooked. You don't hear him in the scoring column, but this is a guy who will pad the stat sheet with his rebounds, with his assists, as he is a guy who just battles out down low, a 4-year starter for this Red Devil team who has just been a very solid presence, and a guy, one of the unsung heroes of this Red Devil lineup. A guy we see oftentimes, he can be a spark for this team, as he is an athlete. While he will primarily be the big man for the Red Devils, he will fly down the floor. He can jump out of this gym, and he can throw him down, get this crowd all fired up, as now he takes the center circle for the opening tip. So he will be in the center circle, jumping against number 42, Nigel Wilcox. For the Red Devils, the starting five, the typical starting five we see with Hank Thomas, Jordan Dame, Dakota Bennington, Austin Juergens, and Alex Wiegand. As the tip is up, and it is controlled by Nigel Wilcox and the Webster Gorlocks. Number 2, Josh Johnson, will run the point guard duties for the Gorlocks. Here's who will be guarded on ball by Juergens with the Red Devils in their typical man set. As they swing the ball, we see a lot of motion down low, a lot of crossers, a lot of screens, trying to find somebody open on the block. Dame now guarding Wilcox down low as that one tipped away, but corralled there by the Gorlocks, and that one will fall for Wilcox as he just found a little bit of space, was able to get that one up and in for 2. He will open the scoring for this contest as Webster takes the 2-0 lead. Dame drives baseline, finds Juergens in the corner. Juergens puts up the 3, no good, rebounded right there by Wiegand. Wiegand's shot will be waved off. He got that one to fall. They'll say he was fouled on the floor. And instantly we talk about the unsung hero, the offensive rebounds as well as defensive rebounds. A guy who just battles hard down low. Great to see somebody with that kind of intensity and drive. While they're not going to light up the scoring column, they are certainly going to make their presence felt. As Juergens now spins down the lane, beautiful move down low, unable to get that one to fall as Wilcox rebounds that high above the rim. So get the ball now to Johnson, again guarded by Juergens, looking to go ISO here as he will kick that one back out to Aaron Hopp. Wilcox looking to go down low, and he will travel there, guarded by Dame. Well played there by Jordan Dame, going straight up and down. Hank Thomas now with the ball. We'll get it back to Jordan Dame here as he looks to go down low, but he will kick it out to Bennington. Bennington picks up the dribble, gets it back to Dame. Kicks out now to Juergens, who looks to lay that one in, but blocked by Wilcox.
Wow, great block there. Looks like he had a clear path.
As Aaron Hopp's 2-point shot goes right up and in as the Gorlocks extend their lead to 4. Nigel Wilcox, a tall, lanky guy, but we saw him in warm-ups. He was throwing him down. He can get high up above the rim, and we've seen that here early. As right there, the help side man, in Johnson will draw the charge from Alex Wiegand. As the first 2 minutes here have almost tipped off the clock in the first half, Webster Gorlocks maintain a 4-0 lead. Johnson guarded once again by Juergens. He will step back, put up the long two from the wing, no good, over the top of the backboard, and that ball will go to the Red Devils. Quickly inbound, and Hank Thomas will run the point guard duties. Hank Thomas, a senior guard out of Peoria, a great shooter, a great ball handler, and for his size, very deceptive finisher at the rims. He oftentimes gets some tough shots to fall. He calls out the screen from Wiegand, looks for the step back, puts that shot up, had to alter the shot arc right there, but able to get that one and fall from the left wing.
Yeah, very impressive there on that step back that he was able to get it to fall. Offense seems like it's got a tough go to start this game for Eureka.
Yeah, it looks like they've been getting good looks at the basket. We've seen a couple shots altered there by Nigel Wilcox as Robson Etienne notches his name in the scoring column for the Gorlocks, and the Red Devils will be back on the attack. It's Jordan Dame's three. He gets a three ball to drop right there, cutting this lead to 1 for Webster. So we have 3 minutes ticking off the clock here in the first half. As a steal right there, poked away by Bennington, corralled by Hank Thomas. He gets that one out in transition to Juergens, and Juergens lays that one in, giving the Red Devils their first lead of the contest here, 7-6 Eureka. Great job there by Bennington, poking the ball out. Hank Thomas able to corral that one, dribble out of trouble, and the great court vision there gets that one over the top to Juergens. Nice switch down low. Hank Thomas on the low block, guarding Johnson. Johnson wanted the ball, but his teammates may have missed an opportunity there. As Aaron Hopp, they will swing it all the way back to the right side. Once again, Johnson keeps trying to work down low against Hank Thomas, just not getting him the ball, as there is able to fight through some contact and put that one in. They go to Bennington. Bennington with his back to the basket along the free throw line. He will turn around, put that shot up, no good, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson now brings it across the timeline, guarded by Juergens. Johnson looking to put the moves on here, as it will get it to Hopp and swing it back to the far corner. That shot up, no good, rebounded by Dame. Dame now brings across the timeline, gets to Hank Thomas. He will drive right past Aaron Hopp, put that one up, but swatted out of bounds by Nigel Wilcox, as that will be tough to get up and over. Hank Thomas, we talked about, a smaller body, great at finishing around the rim, but Nigel Wilcox, definitely the rim protector here for the Webster Gorlocks.
Yeah, that's already the second time we've seen Wilcox's length come in and be a factor here.
That one tipped away from Juergens will roll out of bounds. Eureka will retain possession here with 20 seconds on the shot clock. So now Dame gets the ball around the volleyball line. The two Juergens looks for the cutting Dame, but finds Hank Thomas. Hank Thomas forced to dribble this one out, trying to find some space there as he will put up the floater, get that one, gets the shooter's roll right there. So Red Devils will take back the 1-point lead, 9-8 here, as we're almost 5 minutes gone in the first half. Hank Thomas doing a nice job there of adjusting, a guy who usually likes to finish at the basket, but seeing with Nigel Wilcox down there, he is able to put up the floater over Wilcox, get that one to drop.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to make an adjustment with Wilcox down there, as you mentioned.
So right there, Wilcox just tries to go up and over everybody there to throw that one in, but he comes up short. Trying to save the ball was Etienne, but he throws it, and that'll be a backcourt violation. The ball will go to the Red Devils, inbounding the ball from underneath the basket. Now we will see the first sub of the contest, as Elijah Messias has checked in for Aaron Hopp. Thomas trying to inbound that one. Johnson will swat it right back out of bounds, and the Red Devils will take a second go at it. So here's a discussion between the officials, and they will take 1 second off the shot clock there. Will be 29 seconds on the shot clock for the Red Devils. Hank Thomas looking to inbound this one. He will find Juergens in the far corner. Jurgens tries to get to the basket, kicks that one out to Bennington. Bennington, wide open three. He'll knock that one down every time. Beautifully done right there. As the defender looked to sag off, they thought they were going to go to the extra pass to Hank Thomas in the corner. Left Bennington open. He will knock that one down, extending this one to a 4-point lead.
Yeah, Bennington definitely not a guy you want to leave open.
As right there, the Gorlocks will get a second chance at that one as Isaiah King missed the shot, got his own rebound, and hit the jumper from the wing. As Jurgens now with the step back. That one rolls all around and will finally find the bottom of the basket. 14-10 here, Eureka, 14-20 and counting. Go to Nigel Wilcox, guarded by Dame. Dame sagging off, not wanting to let him get to the basket. Gorlocks may have gotten the switch they wanted now as Dame is guarding Johnson. Johnson with some contact, a step back, and he gets that one to fall. Johnson doing a good job of using the body to create some space right there, hit the step back. You can see they were trying to get a switch right there. Maybe that's a matchup that Webster has been looking to exploit. As now Jordan Dame's turnaround jumper from the baseline, no good. Rebounded by Messias. He thought about it. He will pull back and give it back to Johnson as Johnson gets to the basket there, and he is fouled by Dame. Here for the Webster Gorlocks, it looks like this offense is primarily going to work through Josh Johnson and Nigel Wilcox, as Johnson's been the primary ball handler. Really rarely do we see him dish off the ball. If he does, it's only to get it right back. If he does, he's trying to find Nigel Wilcox down low, but Johnson looks to be a great athlete and a great shooter.
Yeah, it seems as if those are the only two guys that have touched it 6.5 minutes into this game.
As Johnson will knock down the first free throw, and now Blake Farrell will check into the game for the Gorlocks. Johnson looking to tie this one up for the Gorlocks, and he will knock down the pair. 14-14, 13-40 in the first half. So now Thomas will get it to Jurgens. Trying to weave, trying to find the open man here. Bennington will get the ball, get it back to Dame, trying to go down low to Wiegand. Trying to work the ball inside out here as they will go over the top, back to Bennington. The head fake gets Johnson off the ground. Great adjustment in the air, just can't get that one to fall. Tipped around, corralled by Wiegand, finds Thomas in the corner. Just long, rebounded by Nigel Wilcox. They will outlet this one deep to number 3, Blake Farrell, but he was unable to corral that one. It'll go out of bounds. A turnover for the Gorlocks. And Chip Wilde, head coach for the Eureka Red Devils, will call a quick 30-second timeout here. Just trying to get the game plan back settled down is right there. Webster really looking to pick up the pace of play, and that is usually somewhere as Eureka's game. But somewhere where Eureka's had to change their game, they oftentimes get to the basket and finish right at the rim, but Nigel Wilcox just proving to be a rim protector that's going to alter that game plan.
Yeah, no doubt going to have to make some adjustments here as the game goes on. Like you said, they're at their best when they can run in transition and get to the basket, but they got a blocker down there, so we'll see how this plays out throughout the game.
There'll still be starting 5 on the court for your Red Devils in Bennington, Jurgens, Wiegand, Dame, and Hank Thomas, as the Red Devils will inbound the ball, facing no pressure, bringing the ball up the floor will be Hank Thomas. Thomas will give it to Dame. Looks like they may be trying to work the ball down low to Wiegand, trying to work the inside out. And the lob there to Dakota Bennington, the perfect pass from Thomas. Bennington will throw that one down. Perfectly drawn up there out of the inbounds play. Some excitement now in the gym as Bennington skied up and threw that one down from the backside. So now Nigel Wilcox looking to answer as that one almost stripped by Bennington. Wilcox just seems lost right there as he gets the ball out of his hands quickly. Johnson trying to put the moves on Jurgens. That 3, no good. The high rebound goes to Bennington. Bennington, we talked about the incredible athletes on this team. Bennington, another guy, one of the better in-game dunkers we have seen come through Eureka College, come through this conference, because this is a guy that will run in transition like we saw there. If you lose him on the backside, they'll find him for the oop. As now Hank Thomas knocks down a deep 3 with a hand in his face, extending this Eureka lead to 5 points, their largest lead of the day, 19-14, as we are just under 12 minutes in the first half. Etienne gives the ball to Farrell in the corner. Farrell's shot no good. She comes up short. Dame looking to push the ball here in transition. And that one tipped away. Juergens hits the floor, and there will be a foul call there, I believe, on the Gorlocks, as that one will go. It appears on number 10, I believe, Elijah Messias. They're trying to get court dried off. Still almost 10 minutes into this contest, we still see the starting five on the floor for the Red Devils, something we have seen most of the season. Head coach Chip Wilde will ride with this same starting five. The conditioning, we talked about the chemistry in our last broadcast that this starting five shows, and you see right there as Bennington, if they lose him on the backside, Hank Thomas will lob that one up, and Bennington will throw it down with ease, just beautifully drawn up there. But there's something to be said about the chemistry of this starting five. So often they know exactly where their teammates are. If they drive to the basket, they know where to expect a shooter in the corner. It's really a fun thing to watch when everything is flowing and really meshing. It's the inbound there to Juergens as they find Wiegand leaking out the backside. So he'll kick it back out. So that pass was just out of his reach. Juergens drives to the basket, throws that one up. Some contact, no call. Rebounded by Nigel Wilcox. To get the ball to Farrell. Trying to make something happen here, and they kick it back out to Johnson. Trying to find Johnson off the screen as now they will get it to him, guarded by Hank Thomas. Johnson trying to go baseline here. So he will kick it out to Messias. Messias' three-point attempt rattles around, no good, but rebounded by Johnson. They will call that foul on Jordan Dame. He was straight up trying not to get the foul call, but Johnson did a nice job of initiating contact there as he looked to draw that foul call.
Yeah, once again, as always, giving up offensive rebounds are killers.
You certainly can't afford to let that happen. As you see this Webster team, you just see purely from an athletic standpoint, from a skill standpoint, why they're a team that could be the top dog in the conference. There's a reason they're 11-1. These guys fly around the floor. These guys have a lot of athletes. But at the same time, so does this Eureka College squad. They just have to match up and keep playing their brand of basketball. They've done a nice job of pushing in transition. They've done a great job defensively of forcing some tough shots.
Yeah, this Eureka team is just real gritty and hardworking, and it shows. They have great chemistry, as we mentioned, and they use that to their advantage.
Yeah, somewhere where I see Eureka having the advantage here. We talked about all five guys on the floor for Eureka can score. Talk about Wiegand, a guy who often is not going to be in double-digit scoring, but he's really close to it. He's a guy who cleans up a lot of rebounds. He will hover right around that 10-point mark, but the great efficiency right there. This Eureka team is full of scorers. You can really just throw a dart at the lineup, and it may be your leading scorer for that contest. As right there, Bennington fouled. He will head to the line for 2 free throws. Bennington knocks down the first free throw, eclipsing the 20-point mark here. The Red Devils up 20-16. Bennington misses the second free throw attempt, just rattles off the right side of the rim here, in the Gorlocks are off and running hop, controlling the ball here. As Johnson now is checked out of the game for the Gorlocks. Interesting to see the adjustment here that the Webster offense makes. Now they try to go down low, try to get to a cutting Messias, but he just threw that one off the backboard a little too hard. The nice cross-court pass to Jordan Dame from Bennington, and Jordan Dame knocks that one down. The great court vision there from Bennington. And that will be a timeout for the Gorlocks, as Bennington just threading the needle right there. The cross-court bounce pass to Dame, right in stride in the corner, and Dame knocks that one down. A big three as the Red Devil team pushes this lead to 7 here as we're nearing the halfway point of the first half.
You know, we saw it in the women's game that the Red Devils came out strong in that one as well, and it seems like the men's team took some notes, and they're off to a good start here.
A great start for the Red Devils as they have this 7-point lead. It looks like we will see our first substitutions of the contest for the Red Devils. In guard, number 10, Don Hardaway Jr., and a forward, a freshman, Drew Yonker. This team, it looks like Juergens and Dame will check out momentarily. But again, these guys, Coach Wilde likes to have the same 5 guys on the floor with that chemistry. And just the conditioning of these guys really showing here as we see the frequent substitutions from Webster. But this Eureka team, they've got a big bench, they've got a deep bench, but just sticking with these guys who have shown that they have what it takes to go the distance. As now Hank Thomas will guard the ball handler Aaron Hopp. Now Hardaway Jr. guarding Messias. Farrell looking to swing that one. That shot up, no good by Jordan Clay, rebounded by Hank Thomas. The Red Devils have numbers in transition. Thomas will pull this one out, gets a little bit of space off the screen from Yonker. Rare miscommunication there as Bennington was getting ready to slip backdoor, but Thomas threw it to his original spot. That'll go out of bounds, a turnover for the Red Devils.
One thing I've noticed here with Webster, it seemed like the first 5 minutes of this game, they were just getting everything they threw up to drop, and it's pretty much been the opposite here in the second 5 minutes. They just really struggling to put the ball in the hoop.
This is a matchup I'm really looking forward to watching as Johnson is checked back into the game for Webster, guarded by Don Hardaway Jr. Johnson has a size advantage, but Hardaway Jr. will not be outmatched physically. He is a very athletic guard as he is a guy listed at 5'8". We watch him in warmups. He will go up and throw him down. That shot no good, rebounded by Bennington. But Hardaway is one of the better on-ball defenders in the conference.
Yeah, I can't imagine being guarded by him. It would just be so annoying.
As Bennington once again threads the needle through traffic, finds Don Hardaway Jr. to lay that one in. Bennington's passing in this first half has been incredible, and he is really opening up the floor for the Red Devils. Now Johnson puts up that three. And a bump right there. They will call that a foul on Don Hardaway Jr. That one a tough pill to swallow as now Johnson will head to the free throw line for 3 shots. 25-16 with 9:12 remaining in the first half. A quick first half, very cleanly played on both sides. Again, an exciting one to watch here on Alumni Day with a nice crowd in attendance to watch this Red Devil team as they are looking to close out the season on a hot streak. As we talked about, Kyle, from here on out, these really turn into must-win contests as this team is looking to clinch a spot in the tournament.
Yeah, and this is a great place to start against the top team in the conference.
Johnson's second free throw attempt comes up short as now Nigel Wilcox will check back into the game for number 3, Blake Farrell. Johnson knocks down 2 of the 3, cutting this Eureka lead to 7. Now Hank Thomas gives this one off to Yonker, and they find Hardaway in the far corner, momentarily trapped, but he dribbles out of it. The Euro step high off the glass, gets that one to fall. The smallest guy on the floor throws it up over the rim protector. That one was fun to watch. Euro step through the double team, high off the glass, with just the perfect amount of touch, gets that one to drop. Don Hardaway Jr. checks in, 4 quick points off the bench. It's now Nigel Wilcox. His shot no good. Bennington boxed Johnson out to the ground. Now the Red Devils in transition. Bennington goes coast to coast right to the basket and lays that one in. Another timeout by the Webster Gorlocks. As again, the Red Devils taking a note out of the women's book in the first contest, putting their foot on the gas pedal and not taking it off as they now push this lead to 11 points. You can feel the excitement here and the frustration mounting for the Webster Gorlocks. You see right here, again, the story of the 2 huddles right here. Head coach Chip Wilde just trying to keep his guys fired up. Dakota Bennington playing very well, both in a passing and a scoring perspective. They're defensively getting up, fighting for those rebounds. And then the Webster huddle, you see this is a story of frustration. This is, again, a game where maybe they thought they could come in and walk all over Eureka. But the Red Devils have shown for the previous seasons, the Reagan is a tough place to come play. These guys love defending that home court, and they always seem to step it up to another level here on their home floor. So Red Devils up 29-18 here as Webster inbounds the ball, 8:30 and ticking in the first half. It's now Hopp guarded by Thomas. He will see a screen go opposite the screen. That one high up. That shot altered by a few Red Devils. Bennington tried to throw that one back in, but they will say he was on the baseline. And you can see head coach Chip Wilde not happy about that one. So he threw that one off a Webster Gorlock defender, but they will say he was on the baseline when he threw it. And this team is fired up right now. maybe this is the kind of intensity they need. Squawks will inbound to Wilcox. Wilcox, again, not looking to put the ball on the floor. But Aaron Hopp puts up the shot. And there will be a whistle, and head coach Chip Wilde will be assessed a technical foul as he was still pretty fired up after that call on the baseline. As now it appears that Josh Johnson will attempt the technical free throws for Webster. So now you can see some discussion. The Red Devils just trying to keep their composure right here with the 11-point lead, 8 minutes left in the first half. You really want to keep the momentum on your side. That one, a tough one right there for the Red Devils, as the technical will be assessed.
Yeah, I hope this doesn't turn into a little momentum swing here for Webster. Eureka's up 11, but you never know. This could be a 4-point swing here, and they're right back into it.
As now Johnson will step to the line to attempt 2 free throws. His first shot will drop, cutting this lead back to 10. Unfortunately there as well for the Red Devils, because that shot came, the shot was missed. It looked like Eureka was going to get the rebound there. But now Webster will get 2 shots and the ball back. As they knock down the pair, now Eureka will look to inbound the ball. Hank Thomas now guarded by Johnson, gets the ball to Yonker up at the point. Picks up the dribble, hands it off to Bennington. Bennington slips a little bit, able to maintain his dribble right here. So Red Devils looking to set up the offense with 15 seconds left. Some screens here, Johnson trying to create some space on the drive. Now Hank Thomas gets the basket. Again, the high floater off the glass with the touch. Hank Thomas really adjusting his game right there. The high floater, again with the rim protectors. Don Hardaway Jr. comes up with the steal off the inbound. That 3 just rattles out. Rebounded by Wilcox. Could have been a great one, but again, Webster Gorlock just caught sleeping right there. Don Hardaway Jr. just came in, swiped that one, had a nice look at 3. Unfortunately, just a tough roll off the rim. We mentioned the matchup of Johnson and Hardaway. You can see the frustration mounting from Johnson right there as number 23, Jordan Clay, puts that one in for the Gorlocks, as Hardaway is right on Johnson's hip no matter where he goes, bumping him out of bounds as he goes baseline. Hardaway has stepped in and really been a game changer for this Red Devil team. He now has the ball guarded by Hopp. He finds the quick pass, a laser to Hank Thomas, finds him right on the block. Hank Thomas getting to the spot, and Don Hardaway Jr. being the spark plug this Red Devil team needed here as they are back up by 11.
That thing was a rocket, and it's a good thing Thomas got his hands up because that was coming straight in his face.
Yeah, he just right off the dribble fired an absolute laser right through the defense. Hopp forces the shot right there, rebounded by Bennington. So here for the Red Devils, Webster trying to get it all back at once. If they can force some mistakes here, as Hardaway just called for the travel there as he was trying to put a dribble move on. Something you love to see as well, just the respect between these two guys, Johnson and Hardaway, these two athletic guards. You can see they're both smiling. You love going up against this tough competition. So now Jordan Dame will head back to the scores table, looking to check in at the next dead ball. 33-22 Eureka. Wilcox trying to go up and over, and he will put that one down, as he is going to be able to out-jump anyone here. As we saw, this is a guy that will fly at 6'5", a long, rangy guy. Nice backdoor from Alex Wiegand. Gets that one to drop with contact from Wilcox, and he will head to the line for a chance and one opportunity. We talk about the efficiency of Wiegand, a guy who's not going to look to score all that often, but when he does, there's a great chance it's going in. A very smart player, and right there draws the contact, puts that one in, looking to give Eureka their largest lead of the contest.
Yeah, he earned that one. That was not a cheap and one. Great show of strength there to be able to get that one up.
The passing we have seen from these Eureka guards from the get-go between Hardaway, Thomas, and Bennington has been incredible, as these guys are finding the open man, really threading the needle, getting some tough passes through the defense. Now Johnson gets some space, a double screen right there, and Johnson will knock it down. Now Hank Thomas back off and running. The Wolf right there pokes that one out, but Bennington able to corral it. Tries to go around the world right there for the layup, but he will be fouled again by Wilcox. If the Red Devils could get Wilcox in foul trouble here, that could be big, as he just picked up 2 quick fouls. So we have 5:42 left in the first half of action. The fouls have picked up a little bit, been a quick first half. Again, like you mentioned, Kyle, in the pregame show, the key to the game, the efficiency of the Red Devils, and we have seen just that. We've seen great shot selection and great efficiency. Bennington looks to get this lead back to double digits here, 36-27. Bennington knocks down the pair, getting the lead back to double digits. And again, Hardaway Jr. will pressure the ball all the way up the floor. Johnson trying to stutter step, get by him, but Hardaway with the quick feet. It is not going to happen right there as the jump stop goes up. No good. Rebounded by Bennington. Eureka can string together a couple quick possessions, really extend this lead. The momentum could be all on their side heading into halftime. And again, the great pass from Hank Thomas finds Bennington cutting backdoor. He's able to drop that one in the bucket for another 2 points.
It's just been a clinic between those two guys offensively in this first half.
The shot right there, Eureka looks like they're going to let Jordan Clay shoot all day, as he got the ball wide open in the corner. Nobody even hesitated. They were just begging for that shot. He took it, came up short. Eureka gets the ball back. That one tipped away. And there, Clay, his layup no good, rebounded by the Red Devils as he comes in and fouls Don Hardaway Jr. Again, the hustle right here of the Red Devils getting back, forcing Clay to have the miscue on the layup in transition right there. And the Red Devils get the ball back. Big momentum swing right there. It's what could look to be a 4 to 5 point swing here if the Red Devils can get a basket. Clay just went up on the fast break. Looked like he thought he was going to have an easy one there. And Damon Hardaway Jr. came up and altered that shot. Great job getting back defensively, cutting off that fast break chance for the Gorlocks. On Hardaway Jr., the quick passes here, 5 straight passes before the ball even hit the floor for the Red Devils. As now Bennington will drive in. The great pass to Thomas in the corner. As he went up, looks like the defender must have gotten ball. Looked like he could have been a foul call right there. But the Gorlocks get the ball back. Now Etienne gets to the basket, puts that one up, no good, rebounded by Bennington. Red Devils have a 5-on-4 here as Bennington will stop from the free throw line. Jordan Dame had it initially. He'll go out of bounds off of Dame. The Red Devils have their 12-point lead here with 4 minutes left in the first half. Now senior Kyle Robson will check into the contest, giving Bennington a quick breather. Kyle Robson, again, a guy, he's not going to be the biggest guy on the floor, standing at about 6'3", but he is a guy who will fly around and get some rebounds, a really tough physical basketball player. So now they will try to drive through traffic right there, and Jordan Dame steps up and takes a charge. The physicality and toughness right there, as you see Dame still with a bandage on the face in the last contest against Blackburn just a few short days ago, took an elbow and was bleeding pretty heavily, but they got him all taken care of. You see right there, you know that's something he's still got to be feeling. He has the bandage on his face. To step up and still take a charge like that just shows how much these guys want to win, how tough this basketball team is. So now Juergens play a little give and go here with Jordan Dame. As Kyle Robson comes up to the top and they will swing it. They find Juergens. He gets some space down low. His shot looks like Wilcox got a piece of it. Robson tries to save it, but that will go back to the Gorlocks. Now Johnson trying to put the moves on Juergens. He will step back, put that one up. Gets a nice roll off the rim. Johnson, when he's in the game, most of his points come on the isolation. He is not a guy who is going to score off assists.
Yeah, no matter who you're rooting for, it's definitely fun to watch him ball handle.
They go over the top now to Juergens. Juergens kicks that one back out to Dame. Dame a clear travel right there. He just hesitated just enough to get that extra step in. So Red Devils have a 10-point lead here as we are under 3 minutes. This Red Devil team, you've got to close out the half strong, keep this lead. Just like we saw in the women's game, Webster, while it has seemed like it has been all Eureka all the time, Webster not going away. Now that shot no good, rebounded by Kyle Robson. Ball to Hank Thomas. He gets a screen from Wiegand. Wiegand screening 2 men at once right there. So he'll get it to Dame. Try to find Wiegand down low. Trying to work the ball inside out. They find Robson on the wing. So he kicks it out to Wiegand. They swing that one back to Juergens. 9 on the shot clock. They get that ball to Kyle Robson. He puts that one up and in from the lane. Great shot selection there by the Red Devils as they keep passing the ball, working deep in that shot clock, finding a wide open Kyle Robson.
Yeah, the defense was far too relaxed on him right there.
As Johnson able to get the ball back off a tough bounce there on the rebound. He is able to put that one in. Again, Johnson, a guy as well. He has several offensive rebounds throughout the contest coming off of his own shots. He puts it up and he follows it, gets it back, and those second chance opportunities have paid off for him thus far. See it back to Robson once again from the same spot as he'll knock it down again as he is just finding that soft spot in the defense, knocking down 2 quick buckets here for the Red Devils.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to give that to him every time, why not take it?
Great job there from Robson checking in the instant impact as now Johnson again looking to go isolation as he swings that one cross court. There'll be an open man from 3. That one long, no good. Tipped around, rebounded by Messias. Foul there will go against Hank Thomas, his first personal, team 6th. 43-31 here, Eureka with the advantage. The bench playing a big role. We saw the starting 5 work so deeply in this contest, playing over 9 minutes. Then bench guys checking in. Don Hardaway Jr. came in, was a big spark off the bench defensively and getting some quick baskets there with the pass. Kyle Robson, now we see him check in and make an instant impact, getting a few rebounds, finding that soft spot from the lane right there. And again, we talked about the shot selection and efficiency. The shot selection right there by Robson coming off the bench, they have found him wide open. Easy choice right there. Then we see other times where a guy gets to the wing, maybe a guy coming on a quick closeout, they've passed up on those shots, take the extra pass to find the open man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how they're leaving him wide open when he's inside the free throw line. It just doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah, he's right there on the right side of the lane, knocking that one down. Webster will inbound the ball as we are under a minute 30 with the Red Devils holding a 12-point lead. So they try to go inside, and there will be a travel right there from Ethan Hughes as Juergens came in. Looked like Juergens may have been saved by the travel right there as he was coming to rip that ball out. Looked like he may have gotten a piece of the arm, but the travel coming right before. As now Drew Yonker will check back into the game for Kyle Robson.
You know, we talk about efficiency at the beginning of the game. That's the definition of efficiency right there by Kyle.
As Dakota Bennington with the ball now, they get it to Juergens. Juergens trying to drive low, create some space there as they find Wiegand. Wiegand takes the dribble, throws that one up hard off the backboard, no good. Messias thinks about the 3. He'll take a step in, put that one up, gets that one to fall in the high arcing 2. That was 10-point lead here. But a 14-second differential between the shot and game clock as Hank Thomas puts up that high arcing 2, no good. Tipped out of bounds by the Gorlocks. The Red Devils will get a fresh shot clock here now with 33 seconds on the game clock, a 3-second differential here as the Red Devils will inbound it just about the corner of the floor on the far sideline. So you can hear the play being called out from the bench by head coach Chip Wilde. They're setting up the offense. They find Drew Yonker with some space there as he turns, gets to the basket, and puts that one in with the left. Great job knowing the mismatch right there. He turned, got a step, and was able to get right to the basket. So now the shot clock is off. Eureka up by 12. So we're under 10 seconds here in the first half. Johnson will get that one to Hughes. Hughes trying to put the move on Yonker. as that buzzer will sound and the clock will expire here in the first half of action. Eureka has jumped out to a 10-point lead here in the first half over the top-seeded Webster Gorlocks. We will see a slightly longer halftime. Make sure you stay with us here as we will have several alumni honored on the floor at halftime. I'm Thomas Harrison alongside me, Kyle Cashdollars. We will be back right before the start of the second half to bring you some second half keys to the game and recap a little bit of what we saw in that first half of action. Hello and welcome back to the Christine Minotti Bullwinkle Arena and Convocation Center here on the beautiful campus of Eureka College. I'm Thomas Harrison. Alongside me is Kyle Cashdollar. And we saw a lot of excitement in that first half as Eureka jumped out to a 10-point lead, 45-35. Kyle, why don't you tell us a little bit about how they got there?
Yeah, well, our keys to the game, at the beginning we said the Red Devils needed to take good shots, not force anything up, and play with good efficiency, as we highlighted Alex Wiegand at the beginning of the game. They've done both of those things tremendously in the first half and really just need to keep it up. I'd say defensively really lock down the rebounds. There were a few times where Webster was able to get a possession or two extra. Really need to lock that up to bring down this win.
Yeah, definitely the main scoring threat for Webster was Josh Johnson. And right there, when Kyle, you talk about the offensive rebound, Josh Johnson was so good. That quick second jump, you oftentimes see him talk about it with the big guys, because they are able to get up and down again after a missed shot, get the rebound, put it right back up. Josh Johnson is a guy, he shoots the ball. Oftentimes you see guys fade away, start running down the floor. He crashes the boards immediately after his own shot, and there have been several times where he has gotten a second chance opportunity and has been able to convert. Something else big in the first half for the Red Devils, the bench play, as we saw Don Hardaway Jr. and Kyle Robson check in off the bench and play very meaningful minutes. Don Hardaway Jr. came in and really gave this team a spark defensively, locking down Josh Johnson, and then coming down, knocking down some big buckets on the other end, firing some laser beam of passes through the defense to the low block, getting some easy buckets, and Kyle Robson checking in and finding the open space, the soft spot in the defense, and he put up a couple nice jumpers there, getting him to fall. They were leaving him open. He was going to make him pay. Certainly interesting to see how the second half plays out, as now Webster will attack the left side of your screen. Josh Johnson, once again, the primary ball handler for the Gorloks. He will be guarded by Austin Juergens. The Red Devils going once again with the starting five of Thomas, Juergens, Dame, Bennington, and Wiegand in the contest. As right there, Nigel Wilcox gets right to the basket, spins, puts that one up and in. As the Gorloks kick off the scoring here in the second half, 45-37, Eureka. It's that great pass there, and Dame able to finish with contact there. That'll be the third foul on Wilcox, as well as Bennington just found Dame coming off the screen. Again, a beautifully drawn up play. The Red Devils have really taken advantage coming out of breaks with these great sets off the inbound.
Yeah, you mentioned that's Wilcox's third foul. That's huge early on in this second half. If the Red Devils can get him out of this game for any amount of time, that bodes well for them.
Yeah, the rim protector for this team, and really the other primary scoring threat off of Johnson. Again, now Johnson just trying to get right to the basket, trying to do it all himself here. It's going to be hard for one guy to cut this deficit down and get the Gorloks back within striking distance. As that foul there on Alex Wiegand now. Number 21, Rodson Etienne, will head to the free throw line. The first shot, no good. The Red Devils still with the 11-point lead, pardon me. Etienne knocks down the back half, cutting this deficit to 10 for the Gorloks. That pass down low to Bennington, tipped away momentarily, but he's able to get that one back. Strong with the body, backs his man up and puts that one in. The physicality right there, as Bennington was not going to take no for an answer. Thomas now guarding Hop on the ball as Hop goes all the way around the three-point line. No good, rebounded high over the rim by Alex Wiegand. Gives to Thomas, and the Red Devils are off and running. Thomas looks to get it down low to Juergens. Juergens hesitated just long enough for Etienne to get in there and strip that one away. Now Etienne gets to the basket and blocked by Wiegand as he gets back defensively, goes up and sends that one out of bounds for the Red Devils.
Great hustle there by Wiegand, not giving up on the play, able to get back and block that ball.
As now the Gorloks will retain possession, so inbound the ball from underneath the basket. trying to find Johnson, but Bennington doing a great job of guarding the inbound there as that one tipped around, eventually corralled. Now Etienne back to Hop. Hop wide open. He'll put up that three. No good. Rebounded there by Bennington, as it appeared very clear that Isaiah King went right over the back right there. Now Johnson will apply pressure on Thomas off the inbound. Thomas breaks the pressure easily. They get it to Juergens. Juergens looking for the screen there from Dame. Dame looking to pick and pop. Let's get to Thomas. 15 seconds on the shot clock. He gets down low, kicks it out to Wiegand, right back to Thomas. They find him in the corner. He tries to go baseline, almost out of bounds. Throws that one up. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Bennington with the ball. He gets the man in the air, puts up the shot just short. But Dame comes flying in trying to get the rebound, but it will roll out of bounds. The ball will go to Webster. Nice hesitation there from Bennington, as it looked like he was very close to drawing a foul right there, able to get the defender in the air, and not a bad shot for having to work so late in the shot clock. 50-38. Eureka with the lead, 17-30 in the contest. Wilcox trying to work down low. The late whistle right there on the foul by Bennington, as he came down, tried to swipe that one out from Wilcox as he was trying to back down Dame.
Yeah, I was just about to say that Eureka got away with one, but the official caught it.
It was clear he got a piece of the arm, just a late whistle there. And now Hop will look to inbound the ball. They go over the top to Etienne, swing it back to Clay, no good, rebounded by Dame. Red Devils doing a much better job rebounding here to start the second half, as Austin Juergens uses the body to get a little bit of space and put that one in from the left block. Pushing this lead now to 14. Johnson tries to step back. Nothing you can do about that one, as Johnson earned that one. Juergens did a good job of closing out after the screen, got a hand in his face. Just a great athlete and a great shooter right there. Dame trying to work one-on-one with Etienne. Spins, puts that shot up, no good. Rebounded now by Etienne. So he'll try to go baseline to Clay, get it to Wilcox. Wilcox, the free throw line jumper up, no good. Rebounded by Clay. Rattle around, no good. Wilcox comes flying in, tips that one around. And just what you talked about, Kyle, the Gorloks getting second and third chance opportunities underneath their own basket.
Yeah, if you want to keep this lead extended here, that's something you cannot afford to let happen.
As a great look there from Alex Wiegand, set up beautifully by the pass from Hank Thomas, as he will just dish that one off backdoor to Juergens as he lays that one in for two. It's now a clear travel right there by Etienne, as he looks a little confused as to what he wanted to do off the dribble. That'll be a turnover for the Gorloks. Now we'll see Blake Farrell check into the game for Aaron Hop of the Gorloks. And now Don Hardaway Jr. will check back into the game for Austin Juergens.
Yeah, we're seeing a little earlier substitution here for the Red Devils compared to the first half.
And you have to think these guys certainly earned it with their play as they go for the lob right there. That lob just comes up short of the basket. A turnover for the Red Devils. The Gorloks trying to make something happen quickly. So originally we saw Don Hardaway Jr. guarding Johnson. Now Hank Thomas guarding Johnson while Hardaway is on the floor. That tip and errant pass corralled by Jordan Dames. He will lob that one up to Hank Thomas. He gives it back to Bennington. They will call Bennington for the travel. So Red Devils had a good look at it, but Hank Thomas wisely pulled that one out, trying to get the better shot right there. So now we will see Messias check back into the game for the Gorloks, as well as Ethan Hughes. They will go to Messias, as now Don Hardaway Jr. will be guarding Josh Johnson. Messias guarded by Thomas. They will work down low to Wilcox. Wilcox trying to go back to that same dribble move every time. It seems like he gets it on the left block and tries just one dribble to the basket. Johnson catches the Red Devils sleeping there, gets a steal, puts up a three, but that one will be no good and roll out of bounds. The Red Devils will get the ball back. We saw Don Hardaway Jr. do that in the first half to the Gorloks. Now Johnson trying to pull one on the Red Devils, but fortunately enough, he is unable to get that one to fall. Thomas calling for the screen there. He gets it to Dame. Dame looking to swing this one to Hardaway Jr. Hardaway puts the dribble moves on, high off the glass. Once again, no good. And Hardaway goes up and gets that rebound. The Gorloks tried to strip that one, goes out, but again, the smallest guy on the floor going high up for that rebound. Incredible athlete there in Hardaway Jr., and he is going to fight and scrap like none other as he gets a second chance at it for the Red Devils. So they go to Wiegand, they get the ball to Hank Thomas. Hank Thomas stops, pulls up, that shot no good. And a foul there on Ethan Hughes, getting aggressive with the box out, and the Red Devils will now get the ball back, a third chance at it on the possession. Here, a long, grueling possession here if you are a Gorlock defender. And the Red Devils looking to take advantage as the lob on the inbound, as Bennington will just put that one in with ease. Again, you get 2-3 chances at it. It certainly gets much easier offensively, and the Red Devils making the Gorlocks pay for some mental mistakes.
Yeah, we've seen that the other way around, so it's nice when the Red Devils get that opportunity.
So now that foul will go on Hardaway Jr. And the Gorlocks will inbound from the far sideline, down by 11. Eureka with the 56-45 advantage. Now we'll get a timeout, 30-second timeout from head coach Chip Wilde. As the Red Devils here, a quick 5 minutes here off the clock in the second half. Kyle, what did you see in those first 5 minutes?
I saw more of the same from the first half. They're just doing a real nice job. We saw one possession where they gave up 2 extra possessions on the defensive boards. Got to clean that up, as I've been saying pretty much this entire game. Offensively, just keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, this team, fun to watch, firing on all cylinders. Talked about, and again, for the men's squad, we saw in the women's contest where the scoring was very spread out, very evenly, everyone hanging right around the 10-point mark, and much of the same here for the Red Devils. Bennington, the Red Devils' leading scorer with 16, but a lot of guys hanging right around 10 points.
Yeah, and it's an 11-point game right now, but it has the feeling of much closer. It's a little strange. It seems like a 2 or 3 possession game, not a 4 or 5 possession game.
Yeah, this Webster Gorlock team, you can see exactly why they're the top team in the conference. This is a team that will just not go away, even when Eureka goes on a big run. This Gorlock team is just refusing to roll over. To get to Hughes. Hughes not wanting to put that ball on the floor as they get to Farrell. Back to Hughes, and Hughes will now travel. We have seen several possessions here to start the second half and in a turnover for the Gorlocks, and you can see the frustration.
Yeah, and that was all started by Bennington's good hands there. It just kind of threw Webster out of rhythm.
Now Bennington was looking for Wiegand backdoor, but he'll just keep the ball himself. The no-look pass just out of the reach of Wiegand. But they will say that is off of the Webster Gorlocks. They will say that ball is tipped, and Eureka will retain possession right here. I think Eureka just got away with one.
Yeah, definitely caught a break.
They have to inbound that one long to Jordan Dame. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Dame goes all the way to the basket, kicks it out. Hank Thomas, that extra pass to Don Hardaway Jr. just rattles out and rebounded by Messias. So they will go in the left wing to Hughes. Hughes, the quick shot, ill-advised right there for the Gorlocks. That is no good, giving the ball right back to the Red Devils.
Yeah, nobody was concerned when they saw him wide open.
We've seen that happen several times. A lot of these Gorlocks have been left wide open at the three-point line. And the Red Devils just begging them to take the shot, and it's paid off. So now Bennington puts up a 3, no good. Rebounded by Don Hardaway Jr. Gives it right back to Bennington, and he will sky through the lane and throw that one down with authority.
Gotta love seeing that, and that was all started by Don Hardaway right there.
Again, the hustle, he gets that one. Bennington cuts right to the basket, skies for the slam, and the momentum all with the Red Devils right now. Giving the Red Devils a 13-point lead as Messias, his shot no good, tipped up and rebounded by Bennington. Bennington now again running in transition, gets in the corner to Hank Thomas. Hank Thomas with the quick trigger, knocks down the big three from the corner, 61-54 Eureka, as Webster will be forced to call a timeout as this offense cannot be stopped right now. We talked about limiting second chance opportunities. The Red Devils getting a few of their own as Bennington, the electricity in this gym just going crazy as he got down to Thomas, and the quick trigger in the corner with the hand in his face knocks down the bucket. 16 points, the largest lead of the game for the Red Devils.
You know, it's really amazing the parallels between this game and the women's game today. It was all Eureka in the first half, and then seemed like Webster was inching closer, and then Eureka goes on another little run to extend this lead to 16 points here.
You see 16 points. The Red Devils certainly not done yet, as this Webster team is not going to go away. The excitement here on the bench, you can see everybody is fired up. That shot went up, the bench got on their feet, and Hank Thomas knocks it down. That corner three, we have seen that be absolutely lethal for Hank Thomas for the past 4 seasons. And the frustration here, you can just see it on the Webster bench. They just look confused. They really aren't sure what they've just seen happen as Bennington skies for the slam, cutting back door. And then Hank Thomas there again started in transition by Bennington. They go over the top to Wilcox, and Wilcox will jump up and throw that one down. (61-47) here. The Red Devils with the 14-point advantage. Bennington hands that one off to Hardaway. Hardaway calling for the screen. He will spin through the lane, stop, pull that one up, kisses it off the glass, gets it to fall. Great body control there by Hank Thomas, able to keep his footing, gets that little bit of extra space, the hesitation, kisses that one off the glass for 2. Now Wilcox tries to go baseline. He will kick it out to Farrell. Farrell's 2-point attempt, no good. As Hank Thomas lobs that one up, just out of reach. It appeared Bennington got fouled there, even though the lob, it looked like he wasn't going to come down with it. He got hit pretty hard, but there'll be a no call, and the Red Devils stay up by 16 right there. As you could see, everyone got excited as Hank Thomas threw up that lob.
Yeah, I think that one's a missed pass interference call.
So now the Gorlocks will bring the ball across the timeline. Now into the game for the Gorlocks, number 14, Lance Hatton. Farrell knocking down a 3 from the right wing. 63-50 here with 11:50 in ticking. They work the ball down low to Bennington. He is trying to work on Farrell and Wilcox, and he'll be fouled, and the Red Devils will inbound that one underneath the basket. Fortunate for the Gorlocks, that foul going on Farrell and not Wilcox. So now Hank Thomas looks to inbound this one. He gives it in the far wing to Wiegand. They give it backdoor to Don Hardaway Jr. with the finger roll as he just flies through the lane again, coming off the screen. Some miscommunication defensively, and he makes him pay. Johnson tries to spin, cut off there by Dame. Dame just blocks Wilcox at the rim, and that ball is on the floor. So we see 4 guys diving for that one. You see the hustle and intensity from both sides right here. As Dame blocked Wilcox at the rim, that ball was loose. Bodies hitting the floor, fighting for this one. They will get the floor cleaned up. It appears the Red Devils will gain possession here. Now Webster will call a full timeout, down by 15 with 11-12 here in the contest. As certainly the momentum, it looked like it may have been slipping away from the Red Devils late in the first half, but they have gotten it back as the second half has been all Eureka. Kyle, if you're head coach Chip Wilde up by 15, on the top team in the conference. How you've been playing, what are you saying to your guys right now?
You keep the hammer down on them. Keep your foot on the gas pedal. Do not let them breathe.
Yeah, these guys have certainly come out. They knew this was a must-win game from here on out. These are must-wins after dropping a tough one to Blackburn just a few short days ago, 83-74 here in the Reagan. That left a sour taste in the Red Devils' mouth, and they have come out and proven that they can play with the top dogs, proven that they can be lethal if they get into this tournament.
Yeah, you cannot afford up 15 with 11 minutes left. Cannot afford to let them have any taste of a comeback whatsoever. So basically, every cliche there is to keep it on them, that's what I tell them.
So right now, you know, for the Webster Gorlocks, the offense is going to be run through Johnson. They're going to get the ball to Wilcox down low. Really, if you can shut down those two scoring threats, this Webster team is extremely limited. Get the ball to Dame. He will hand it off to Bennington. Bennington picks up the dribble. He'll give it off to Wiegand. Get right back to Hank Thomas. He is driving baseline looking for the open man. Finds Dame in the corner. Cutting Bennington there. Adjusts in midair. I don't know how he got that one to fall, but he avoided three bodies right there with a lot of contact. The body control from Bennington, just an incredible finish at the rim.
I think he was probably fouled about 3 times there. Somehow there was no call.
Now they try to go down low once again to Wilcox, and he has been guarded very well by Dame here in the second half. Eureka with their largest lead of the game. Now it's 17 points, 67-50 as Hank Thomas will pull from 3. No good. Don Hardaway Jr. almost able to tip that one out of the hands of Wilcox, but he will get the rebound. And the Gorlocks are looking to cut this lead off before the Red Devils push to 20.
Yeah, Hank was going for the dagger there, and you can afford to when you're up 17 points.
Again, great defensively. That pass almost tipped by Thomas in the corner. That one in and out. No good for Lance Hatton. Now Wiegand goes up, tries to slam that one down, but he will be blocked by Wilcox. Tipped around. A little bit of chaos here on the floor, but Don Hardaway Jr. wisely will dribble that one out as Dame knocked down a 3. But they are looking to reset the shot clock now. Unfortunate for the Red Devils as Dame did knock the shot down, but the officials blew that one dead just before, and the Red Devils will inbound from the far sideline. So they get it to Hank Thomas, a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Get that one to Dame. Hank Thomas cutting baseline here. They give it to Bennington. Fakes the handoff. He'll look to work one-on-one against Johnson. He was spinning there. The tough defense by Johnson. They will call a travel on Bennington. Still 67-50 here as the clock ticks under 9 minutes and 30 seconds. The Gorlocks, not a ton of motion here as primarily their offense runs on isolation with Johnson or just getting the ball with Wilcox back to basket. So now the Red Devils get the rebound here. See, he hands it off to Dame in the corner. Again, trying to go down low to Bennington. And now Bennington will be fouled by Messias as he was being fronted there by Lance Hatton, but a big size advantage there from Bennington. They were able to get that pass in. Messias just coming from the back end and drawing the foul call. Hank Thomas now inbounds in the corner to Hardaway. Gets a screen from Dame. Thomas looking to drive through the lane, stops, puts that one up, the high arcing shot, rebounded by Dame. He gives the Red Devils a second chance at it. The 3 ball there from Hank Thomas, no good, rebounded by Wilcox. They will now outlet all the way to Clay. Clay finds the man coming back door, and they miss dunk there from Etienne. Now Johnson tries to get to the basket. They will wave that one off. There will be a foul on Hardaway as Etienne had a good look at it, not able to convert on that dunk attempt. The long inbound goes to Johnson, guarded by Hardaway. He will pass him off to Hank Thomas. Now Wilcox with the wide open 2 from the free throw line, no good, but rebounded by Etienne and put right back up and in. Hardaway now controlling the ball for the Red Devils. That pass tipped away momentarily, but corralled by Dame. Dame looking for the backdoor to Bennington. He hesitates, puts that one up, and he will get it to fall in traffic. The Red Devils now up 69-52.
Yeah, they're just executing very nicely all around. It's been a great second half so far.
That shot nowhere near the basket, as now the long outlet pass to Bennington. He is fouled and puts it in on the fast break, but now they wave it off, and I'm not sure how they can wave that one off, as he went up with the ball right to the basket.
What?
But they will call that one off, and the Red Devils will now inbound underneath the basket. Not sure where the official is saying the contact was. By the time Bennington got the ball, he went straight up with it and was clearly fouled.
Yeah, I need an explanation on that one. I don't know how that's not a shooting foul.
So now Hardaway goes to the corner, puts up the three, just long, rebounded by Farrell. Another quick outlet to Etienne. Looks like he may have gotten away with the travel there as he dragged the back foot, but they will kick it out to Messias. He tries to go right to the rack. No good. Well defended by Dame. Hank Thomas lobs that one up to Bennington. Bennington in the corner. He'll get right to the basket. Give that one to Thomas on the baseline. Some great passing here by the Red Devils. And now Hardaway will force the block call on Elijah Messias. The Gorlocks here racking up the fouls, as now the Red Devils will be in the bonus with 7:35 left in the contest, up by 17. Hardaway heading to the line to attempt the bonus free throws. Knocks down the first, pushing this lead to 18. He will knock down the pair. The lead now at 19 over the top-seeded Webster Gorlocks. Johnson trying to get to the basket. That one poked loose. Wilcox forced to throw up the awkward shot, but with the double team, the help side, pressure by Wiegand. Etienne was there wide open on the backside to put that one in for two. Thomas gives it to Dame. Not a ton of motion on this offense right here, as that one picked off by Etienne. And Bennington will swat that one off the backboard. They call the foul, looked to be clean, but you could see Bennington just licking his chops at that one. He was running him down, slammed that one off the backboard.
I'd love to know where the contact was. It must have got him on the body, because that was as clean as could be up top.
So you saw Etienne was lining it up for the dunk, and Bennington just came flying in from the backside. He had him in his sights and swatted that one off the backboard. Somehow a foul call, and Etienne heads to the free throw line, knocks down his first. Again, the athletes on this Eureka College squad, Dakota Bennington, a fun one to watch. Lethal shooter, an incredible athlete, a guy that we've seen can go down low, get to the rim, finish with contact, and right there, the defensive presence with the chase down. So they get it to Bennington. He goes right to the basket, puts that one up and in, again with contact. He is finishing with contact at the rim on nearly every possession and just not drawing the call.
Yeah, if they would blow their whistles once in a while, that'd be great.
As now, again, Wiegand and Dame altering the shot. Hardaway coming down with the rebound, and he will get fouled heading back to the free throw line. This Eureka team putting together two incredible halves of basketball here on Alumni Day. Great to see it in front of these fans. They love watching these guys get out and represent the college. Hardaway will knock down the first free throws. He looks to reach double digits here. That one just rattles out. No good. 74-56. The Red Devils lead stands at 18. Johnson now steps back for three, no good. Rebound on the floor for a while, but Hank Thomas able to come up with that one, facing a lot of pressure. Nice pass to give and go to Wiegand. Let's get it to Dame, finding Wiegand down low. Wiegand was expecting the backdoor cut from Thomas, but he just jab step, tried to get some space as he was going to leak back out to the corner. A little bit of miscommunication lead to a turnover, but the Red Devils still with a big advantage here as we get late in the game. As Wilcox now will knock down the free throw line jumper. Webster going with the full court pressure. Not a very tight pressure, but still just forcing the Red Devils to take a little bit of time off the clock, bring the ball up the floor. As Bennington right there, Dame goes up, tries to put that one back with contact, and he will now head to the line for 2 free throws of his own. We've certainly seen the Red Devils step up the rebounding game here in the second half, Kyle. Like you mentioned at halftime, really the only weakness they had in that first half. But they have turned it into a strength here as we get late in the game.
Yeah, like you said, they've cleaned it up, plus some.
Now 74-58, 5:48 left in the contest. Jordan Dame's first free throw attempt, nothing but the bottom of the net. So now Hughes will check into the game for Etienne of the Gorlocks. Dame knocks down the pair for the Red Devils. And now Johnson and the Gorlocks looking to get this back as quickly as possible. They hand it off to him immediately. He looks to do it all himself. And Dame doing a great job of altering that shot. They will say he was fouled. They will say Johnson was fouled by Dame. And now Johnson will head to the free throw line. The Red Devils there, that Dame's third foul. Hardaway also with 3 fouls. I don't see that being a problem, especially for Hardaway. He's a guy who usually plays a very clean game for being such a tenacious defender. Dame, the big guy down low, but he has done a great job just going straight up and altering shots without creating a lot of contact. Johnson knocks down the pair. Again, pressure on the inbound as Wiegand gives it right back to Dame. Dame will dribble by Farrell out of the trap. Now Bennington gets to the basket. The body control and the presence of mind right there to spin, go up around the world with that one off the glass for the reverse. Bennington is just putting on a show here in the second half. He alters that shot right there as he tips that one away from Johnson. Wilcox tries to get to the basket, puts that one in with some contact from Dame. Nice finish there by Wilcox. Let's get it to Wiegand, back to Dame, and again the press has just been broken easily.
Yeah, it's really not even much of a press. It's kind of strange. They're playing up full court, but no pressure whatsoever.
Hardaway drives and kicks, trying to create some space here as Dame now puts his head down, gets to the basket, puts that one up and in over Hughes.
The finishing ability around the hoop by all the Red Devils today has just been very impressive.
And we saw that altered quite a bit at the beginning of the contest by Wilcox, but as of late, the Red Devils are just finishing at will. So Red Devils come away with another defensive rebound, up by 18 now as Dame will dribble it back near half court, running a little bit of time off the clock. Now Bennington just goes baseline. That one will be sent back by Wilcox. Tips that one back in off of Dame. Nice play there by Wilcox. So you can see the Red Devils here on the last few possessions have really just been spreading the floor near half court, getting it to Bennington on the wing and just letting him work as he has just been dominant throughout the entirety of the second half. Bennington, the leading scorer in the contest, currently with 26 points. That one laid in by Aaron Hopp of the Gorlocks. Deficit still sits at 16 points for Webster. So Devils trying to find a cutter, trying to drive to the basket, force the Gorlocks to close out, and finding the open shooter here is now Hank Thomas will get the ball at top, guarded by Johnson. Almost lost the dribble there, but gets that one away. Gives it off to Wiegand, and Wiegand slams it down with 1 second left on the shot clock. Hank Thomas, great ball control right there. Finds Wiegand off the double team. Wiegand just takes 1 step and skies to throw that one down.
Yeah, great court vision there by Hank Thomas.
As it just seems like there is a cap on the basket here for Webster's. They can't get anything to fall, and the Red Devils are getting everything to drop. As Jordan Dame right there, that three just long, but rebounded again by Wiegand. Hank Thomas puts up the three. No good, tipped out of bounds. Again, Jordan Dame has just been flying around the floor, still has the bandage on the head, but just playing a very physical and aggressive game. (82-64) as we are under 3 minutes now, as the Red Devils have just put it on the Gorlocks for the entirety of 2 halves. As Johnson there looking to dribble out of the trap himself, just lost the ball, and that shot by Clay up no good. Tipped away by Hardaway and corralled by Hank Thomas. Hardaway, the smallest guy on the floor, will still go down low, and he has fought and altered so many rebounds, either coming down with them or tipping them out. Doing a great job of boxing out. Great play from the guard coming off the bench. Now Hank Thomas falling to the floor, just is forced to throw that one up with contact. No good, as they will get that one up the floor to Santolian. The pass, they had a wide open look at the basket right there. Goes off of his own feet. They will get it back to Santolian, who knocks down a three.
Well, I guess we wish he would have caught that one.
As now Johnson will get a foul to get some subs in the game, but that will send Hank Thomas to the free throw line. Hank Thomas, one of the best free throw shooters in the conference. Just a lights out shooter in all aspects of the game.
Yeah, I believe he came into today shooting just over 95% from the free throw line. Was just absolutely unbelievable.
A guy, you can see he is in the gym on his days off all offseason. He is working on his shooting. Comes from a great basketball family. His father, Charlie Thomas, in the Eastern Illinois University Basketball Hall of Fame. A lot of tradition there in that family, a lot of great shooters. And Hank Thomas really showing it off here from the free throw line this season. Hank knocks down the pair for the Red Devils as we are under 2 minutes now in the contest. So we see Kyle Robson heading back to the scores table looking to check into the contest. That three up, no good, rebounded by Dame. Hank Thomas drives to the basket, gets the defender off him, just unable to put that one down. So now the Gorlocks are running the other way. That one in the corner, the hesitation. Nice move there by Lance Hatton. Just can't get that one to fall. As again, just looks like there's a cap on the basket here for the Gorlocks. As the Red Devils get a quick substitution timeout here, as Kyle Robson will check into the game for Dakota Bennington, as he gets the applause he deserves heading off the floor. Just an absolute clinic by Dakota Bennington. Great performance, especially here in the second half. It was fun to watch. As now the Red Devils will just take some time off the clock as they close out this victory over the top-seeded Webster Gorlocks, coming into play today with just one loss in conference. The Red Devils making that 2 in the loss column.
Yeah, they definitely made a statement today with this win.
Again, another great pass right there to Jordan Dame from Hank Thomas.
As you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, basically every conference game from here on out is a must-win for the Red Devils, and it's a great way to start it against the top team.
We have seen this Red Devil team do this several times throughout the course of the season. Webster gets one to fall after quite the drought. But this Red Devil team has come out on this home floor and several times beaten opponents by 20. They have come out and proven that they can be absolutely dominant when things are firing on all cylinders. I really think it comes back to, like we talked about in the pregame, Kyle, your keys to the game: efficiency and shot selection. So we saw here today the incredible shot selection along with the rebounding they had. Defensively, they were fantastic. Something that really stood out to me today that maybe we haven't seen as much of in the past couple contests was great passing. As we saw these guards just finding the open man consistently, just threading the needle, getting it through traffic right where the ball needed to go.
Yeah, most of the time anyway. Of course, once you say something, the opposite happens.
As that shot, no good. So the shot clock will turn off now as the Red Devils are looking to close this one out. Is 86-69 as the Red Devils will just dribble this one out. Hank Thomas gets it across half court, and that will be the game. Thanks to everyone who came out today to watch this doubleheader at home, as both the men and women coming away with 2 big victories in the conference. The men knocking off the top-seeded Webster Gorlocks. Fun one to watch here today. Make sure you check out the post-game write-ups on EurekaRedDevils.com after the game, along with all of these stats. You can look at the upcoming schedule for both teams. Make sure if you want to rewatch this broadcast, it will be logged on the YouTube channel. Just search Eureka Red Devils, and you will find it. Once again, I'm Thomas Harrison. Alongside me is Kyle Cashdollar. Thanks for tuning in.